Hey, welcome back to another Black City Coffee vlog. In this video, of course, you know this video is coming. This is just an initial impressions of my training at Klatch. I'm also going to be doing, while I'm talking and everything, my daily cupping. I'm going to be cupping daily now for sure, just to up those cupping skills. I feel like I'm still hopped up on the adrenaline, the espressos, all the cuppings, and of course the prednisone that I'm on a steroid for my throat. I don't know if you can hear it, but my voice is seemingly back. Like I feel like I have that register now. I can reach that next level. I haven't sung any karaoke yet, but that would be my ultimate test of if my voice is back. I have a lot of notes to share, a lot of things to talk about, and I'm not going to get it all in this video. It'll just be like, we'll just chit chat while I do my little cupping here. Again, I'm still reeling from the whole experience. It was 3 days with Mike Perry, one-on-one, 8 hours a day, 9 to 5, coffee, roasting, cupping, the Klatch way. With that being said, I knew going into this it was going to be overwhelming, intimidating, scary, exciting, fun, intense. I knew it was going to be like that, and then not until I got into it did that really become real life. And it was amazing. Overall, very amazing experience. If you want to not sit through my whole rant and cup, and you know how wordy I can get, I'm going to talk a lot. Really put down good notes and keep that process going, and from there develop my own style. One of the big things that I learned throughout the whole experience to become a better roaster is to become a better cupper. So if I can master the cupping, I can inevitably master the roast. So what I understood throughout the whole experience is that roasting is I mean, at the roaster, which is where I thought I wanted to be all the time, was just kind of misguided, maybe misinformed. Being at the roaster is machine operation, and that will change from you go to a hot top, you go to 1 kg, you go to 10 kg, you go to 26 kg. That'll just change, you know, depending on the brand, you know, the ambient temperature, all that crap. And that will just be for that particular machine. You'll just have to learn how to do that. But that is not creating and roasting good coffee. Creating great coffee is made here on the cupping table, where you taste what the coffee tastes like. Then you look at the profile, you look at your moisture loss or weight loss, you look at all the things, and based on the taste, based on the cup, doesn't matter what the curve looks like, you go and try to make it better. And that's it. It's really just very simple. It's all about what's in the cup and what you taste. That being said, that means how calibrated you are in your, you know, how calibrated this instrument is, your taste buds, needs to be really good, right? So if you can't taste what is good, which was my issue in a lot of ways, and not knowing what was bad, not knowing what was good, so calibrating my instrument was definitely a big thing that I was looking forward to. I knew it was going to be tough for me, and it was. That's where I felt the most pressure. That's where I felt the most insecurity and unconfidence and nervousness and scaredness. But never during that time did I feel too stupid that I couldn't be better, you know, and definitely Mike didn't make me feel stupid, and I felt okay to fall down. Most of your judgment will come from yourself. So take it easy on yourself if you go through something like that. And you know, if you're hard on yourself, if you're your own worst critic, like most of us are, try to know that, and try to know that you're going to score yourself a lot harsher than somebody else would. I'm very new. I'm novice. They understand that, you know. So even though whatever pressure I felt from them was really me was putting that on myself, you know, me receiving whatever they were saying, interpreting it and saying, I need to be better, and feeling that pressure, okay? So, really great environment to be around, really encouraging, really supportive. Let's get into it. That's enough talking. I'm gonna get this cupping started. I have a lot of things going on today. I'll have a more maybe succinct video of everything I've learned. Not everything, that's not possible, but I think the good bits that I think would be interested in. So let's get started with this cupping. Okay, so I'm getting in the process, just a little, of scoring my cupping. And finally, when I get into a groove, you're going to start to see scores on the website, what I think this coffee will be, whatever I roast, you know, definitely will be scoring my own coffee. One of the biggest things during cupping was that I didn't know the scale. I've never scored coffee consciously. I think we went through it a little bit during like my intro to roasting with Mill City Roasters. Very general, very basic, really just too broad to really get into the nitty gritty of everything because it was 101. It was super basic. I've done a couple of cupping classes with Bodhi, with Hasea, and we didn't go much into scoring because the scoring part I feel is the most intimidating, is the most maybe not fun part of it. If you're just looking to have fun, if you were just like, ooh, let me just check it out. I feel like when you're consciously assigning a number to something and really assigning value, you know, it makes you feel a different way about coffee, where it makes might make it feel more clinical if you're not that type of person. If you're not like a numbers person like I am, I'm not a numbers person. Numbers turn me off. So that really scared me, and I knew going into the cupping, you know, everything is scored and it makes sense, and it makes sense to have a score because we can now speak a universal language. You know, numbers are universal. 88 is 88 is 88. What value we assign to that number 88, that's another conversation, but at least we all have a number starting line, right? For the first part, we're starting out with fragrance, which is the dry, right? And then I'll sniff the crust, we'll break the crust, and we'll see what we get in the aroma, and I'll try to score that. And how they did it was they would score fragrance, they would score aroma, which is dry versus wet, and they would get the average of that, and they'd make that the score. They swallow all their coffee, everything, every last bit. I'm gonna do the same because I haven't had any coffee this morning because I'm still reeling from all the things. So. Okay. Some people would develop a style in cupping. I'm going to go through the whole motions until I develop my own style. I don't have my own style yet. So right now is way too hot. I'm going to wait. We're a minute after breaking the crust. I'm going to wait until maybe 10, 12 minutes. Then I'm going to start getting in here and tasting. Otherwise, it's too hot. I'm not going to be able to taste anything. And it's kind of like a waste. And I don't want to burn my tongue so I can't taste anymore. So I'm going to be tasting this up until like 25 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes, depending on how long I chitter chatter with you. When they're scoring a coffee, we're going to be tasting and judging flavor, aftertaste, acidity, mouthfeel, balance, overall, like all those things. Like I said, that was the most stressful part. It's like, can't I just drink it? But no, I mean, these are, when you're cupping, you're typically making a buying decision, your quality control. So it's really, really important. It's one thing to like hear it and be like, okay, cool, I get it, it's important. And it's one thing to live it. So I lived it for 3 days. Very small, tiny bit of the pie of what they experience on for their life, right? So it's definitely eye-opening, you know, definitely eye-opening. Again, still reeling, you know. I'm just trying to get in here and do my due diligence. I have a lot of work to do. That was the one thing I was like, what I came away with, you know, after the whole thing of like being like, okay, all right, cool. Like I'm changing, I'm shifting my mindset. I'm developing new perspectives. I'm seeing where I had interpreted a lot of things incorrectly, or in a way that doesn't serve me the best. That's a better way of saying it. I interpreted a lot of information online in classes that didn't serve me the best, you know, that didn't serve what I want to do in coffee. I'm just recalibrating. And I think it did help that I had like a year experience roasting with that and going through the things on my own and doing whatever I could on the side, and just whenever I had time for it, I'd had time for whatever, you know, and then coming into the class. And it depends on what kind of student you are, I guess, but Mike will quiz you, and I got most of the answers wrong in the first 2 days. Until the third day, I was starting to slowly understand things, understanding how he was coming up with numbers, how he was doing the math, how he was doing a bunch of stuff. It just started to slowly click. After the third day only, right? So I was like, okay. I gained a little bit of confidence there. It takes whatever time it's going to take, and how motivated you are. I mean, I think the drugs certainly helped me. The prednisone, right? Like, I was achy, because I was still recovering from surgery and everything. But because of that, it's an anti-inflammatory drug, basically, it's for here, it's for the throat. Not just be on my feet, but like looking and doing things and lifting things and all that stuff. So physically, it was a bit of a chore for the first 2 days, and then on the third day, I was all right. Yeah. And I've been talking this whole time, and I didn't clear. Wow, that's what happens when you talk. I wonder how it'll affect the taste. I got to put that in the notes. See, that's just what happens. I mean, I can always cup again to just see. I probably will, just to mulligan, So when you make a mistake, it's like, oh, okay, document it. All right, made a mistake here. I didn't clear the grounds. I was talking to you guys, not being present, while talking about being present. But I want you to see that, the fuck up. All right, well, is it a fuck up? I don't know. Let's just write it down. Okay, I forgot to clear. LOL, crying. Okay. So, make your own notes and write it down, and then I have a lot. So this is the, it's not blind because I just want to move. I have a lot of stuff to do today, like I said. This is a Nicaraguan. I roasted this myself on their little pro roaster. It was cool. I didn't write down, I don't know if I wrote down the weight loss. That would have been, I think that's the one thing I forgot. I had all the weight losses and like water activity and moisture levels that I took readings over there for all my coffees, and I freaking think I didn't take it home. I didn't write it down. I'll probably do it again, just because I know I messed that up. Oh, check this out. This was a gift from Klatch, but Rachel hooked me up. She works at the front desk, and she knew about me on Instagram. So shout out to Rachel. Her profile is called Coaster This. Check her out. She makes she's an entrepreneur as well. Female, Filipino, coffee lover. Check out her profile. Okay, let's go ahead and give these a whirl. So I thought the longer roast was going to be more sweeter, more pleasing. On the cupping table yesterday, not having a chance to off gas or anything like that, I don't know how that would affect flavor, but we liked the shorter one better. It had a lot more brightness. It had a lot more pop. So maybe this was the second one? I'm not really sure. I could have asked. I'll ask and see what's up. We're at 17 minutes now. Let's go ahead and add up all the scores and see where they land. So I got 82.5. After confunding myself with stupid numbers, I gave this coffee an 82.5. So if we look at the scale of what's really good, like very good is 86, right? So this is good. It's good. But it's not very good. So 82.5, yeah, I could sit with that. I mean, I generally score a little bit higher, and so now I know that I need to calibrate a little bit more and see where the scores fall down and have it make sense. Right away at 4 minutes, over extracted, and maybe cause some, I don't know if I would say if it's bitter, but the sourness and the tartness going to the sides of the mouth. Yeah, some bitterness. I'll do another one on my own and just see and not talk. Making content and talking always kind of, makes me not present. But yeah. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Hell yeah, I would recommend it. Mike Perry himself, the founder of the company, I thought this was amazing. The founder of the company is still open to training somebody, a novice. Is still open to being around a novice. So that was humbling. That somebody that skilled and who's busy, they didn't stop running their business at all while I was there. They were still doing things, still buying coffee. Like they were in the middle of an auction of buying some really like crazy coffee, making real decisions, not trying to like hide stuff from me. He was totally transparent. His right hand dude, Jesse, who would be kind of like the counterbalance to Mike for me in the training, was really helpful, really nice. I think it was the right time, the fact that I came in at this time, it was right for me, so if you're deciding like, is this something I want to do? I'm sure, I don't know how much it is. It was a gift from my husband for my birthday. I'm not really interested in the price because it's done. I mean, maybe I'll be a little interested, but maybe that might make me feel a certain way. And I want to just keep it the way it was presented to me. I know it's probably an investment. You're taking 3 days time of the owner of the company and using resources, using all of their equipment, their facility, their machines, whatever, right? Like it's an investment. If I were to guess, I'd say over $3,000, maybe 3 to 5 grand or something like that. I don't know. I'm really just guessing, shot in the dark. If that's something you're interested in, I'll put the link in the description. You can email Mike personally, and that's how it goes. There's no way around it. There's no shortcuts to this. So even though I've gone through this course, and they gave me this, they gave me this certificate. It's official. It's official that I have a lot of work to do. That's all this means. So I don't feel necessarily like qualified to teach anything or whatever. Like, oh, let me tell you all the things. This is how to do it. No. In fact, I feel just more humbled. Just like, oh, I have work to do. I have my own notes to take. I have my own experiments to run. I have my own cuppings to facilitate and my own results to find. That's it. And I have my own style to find. All that stuff. I have to do that on my own. And that just takes time. It takes work. It takes discipline and diligence. There's no shortcut around it to learning this. And I'm okay with that. And that excites me. So if that excites you, then yeah, maybe check it out. Have a conversation with them and go from there. They have different versions. So I got 3 days. There's, I think, a 5-day one. I don't think I could have hung there, like physically. There's probably like a 1 day. So there's options for you. Like you can really, I think, tailor make your experience and your training to what you need at your specific level and time and energy and money and all that stuff. Okay. Good things. I'm at 26 minutes here. So that's a good time to come back. Yeah, cupping this, my score is 82.5. I think that's pretty good. I feel like it could have more sweetness in the cup for sure, and definitely have a little bit more acidity. I think that bitterness is coming through, giving me more like maltiness. And that's maybe because I didn't remove the grounds right away. I was chatting for like almost, 6 minutes. So over extraction in here possibly, So I'll do it again, like I said, and I'll document, take notes, and go from there. So more stuff to come. I'm going to be going away for a minute. I'm going to be taking a break from coffee. Not because I want to, but because we're going camping. So I won't be here in the lab. Won't be able to cup really, but I'll be able to relax a little bit and decompress and come back and make some more content with you guys and just share the vibes. All right. So good things. Don't worry. It's all coming. I'll share more on Instagram. Follow me over there at Black City Coffee. A lot of cool stuff to share with you guys. So good things. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.